Hi, and welcome to the Balanced Body podcast series. I'm Carrie Rees-Stemler from Paragon Pilates and Physical Therapy in Minneapolis. And I have Kai here with me to demonstrate the exercises. Today we're working on the jump board, and we're focusing specifically on working foot and ankle strength, balancing the foot, really working through the tripod of the foot, and then working gastroc, soleus, peroneal, tibialis posterior strength to support the ankle. Dancers do a lot of jumping, and sometimes they are not strong enough to be doing the amount of jumping that they are in fact doing in classes and in performance. So one of the things that we focus on the reformer is we're setting the springs kind of at a red and a blue weight so that it's less body weight than what you would be jumping on when you're on the floor. But we are mimicking the floor with a jump board and training those muscles that you need for jumping. So Kai is going to come down into supine position. Go ahead and lie down on your back. And we're going to start with foot articulation. So we're going to go ahead and do a couple in parallel first. Dancers don't often work in parallel, but we need to train that to balance the musculature. So she's going to bend the knees, taking a plie, rolling up onto the balls of the feet, going to her full ankle extension. Go ahead and press out to releve, and then roll down through the feet. Go ahead, bend the knees. Roll up to the balls of the feet, press all the way to releve, and then rolling down. Do that one more time. And we're going to go in both directions, so we're going to work a variety of positions. For purposes of today, we're going to go right into first position. So go ahead and go turn out. And she can either work Pilates V or she can work her dancer turnout. But what I want to see is her come in just a little bit from her dancer turnout, so that we see the kneecaps right in line with the center of the ankle, right in line with the second toe. So go ahead and take your plie, roll up to a forced arch, press all the way up, releve, and then squeeze the legs as you roll down. Bending the knees, rolling up, press, and roll through the feet. One more time, bend the knees, roll up, press, and roll down. Go ahead and reverse. Lift, and then keep going. So while she's working, I'm watching that the ankle is stable, that she's not pronating or supinating through the foot or ankle, and that her hips, knees, ankles, and second toes are all in proper alignment, that she's getting her turnout from the top of the legs, and she's not torquing on the knee joint at all. Okay? So the foot articulation is really important to work the strength of the foot and ankle. You can do foot articulation in any of the foot positions on the jump board, and you can also work single leg. And remember, anytime we work single leg, we are going to be working both sides, but for today we're just going to work the one side. So Kai's going to start in a third position and take your right leg up into an attitude. So as soon as she lifts her leg into attitude, I'm watching for the stability in her pelvis. We want to see the ASIS bones level and those hips nice and even. So she's going to go ahead and take a plie on the left leg. As she straightens the leg, she's going to lift her heel and go up high into releve. And then lower the heel, bending the knee. So as she does that, again, I'm watching for the turnout in her standing leg, that she's really supporting herself from the back of the leg and lifting from the back of the leg. So we're working the external rotators of the hip and balancing that with the work on the adductors and the inner legs. So once we have the foot and ankle nice and warm, we can go into the jumping series. And when she's jumping, she can do a variety of ballet jumps that she's used to doing in class, or ones that you as a teacher know from your class. So just as a progression, I'm going to have her start in a first position, and I'm just going to have her take like 8 jumps or so in a first position, and I'm watching that those legs come close together, and if she can, I'd like her to keep her heels in contact at all times. So she's really working the adductor strength. Good. Do one more, and finish there. Good. Go ahead and take a third position. And she can go into some changements. So she's just still working on rolling through the feet. She could go into entrechots. She's really landing lightly, so you don't want to hear any loud noises. You really want to see her rolling toe ball heel and really working evenly through the feet and legs. She can go into some jetés, adding beats, really stretching the legs. And while she's jumping, especially as she goes into a single leg, you want to see that pelvic stability. So you're watching for hip hiking or any obliquities in the pelvis, and you're watching for that really deep core strength, and of course, no rib popping. Nice light jumps. Good. So jumping training is great for the dancer. You'll want to stretch their muscles after, before progressing into the next set of exercises. And you want to stretch the hamstrings as well as the calf musculature. And you can do that in a variety of ways of your choice. So jumping is a great training for the dancer. It's also good cardiovascular exercise. There's not a lot of places where we get cardiovascular in the Pilates work, and this is a great place to do it. So thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you again.